Thanks to the coronavirus, all non-essential businesses, such as gyms, have had to close. And I'm all for being closed right now. I don't want to contribute to spreading the coronavirus to anybody. We want to flatten the curve. But in the meantime, millions of people are left without a place to work out. Where do you get it done? Because it's certainly not going to happen in a gym, and we don't know when gyms like my gym or workout studios or yoga studios are going to be able to reopen. So, in today's episode of the podcast, we're going to talk about 4 ways to work out from home. Let's get started. What is up, people? Jean Carlos here with the Total Body Training Podcast, where I help people get lean, gain muscle, and build some damn confidence. And today we're talking about 4 ways to work out without a gym. Let's begin. All right, the obvious, so going back to what I was saying before, we had to close our doors, I think it was about 3 or 4 weeks ago, and at first we had no idea what was going on. The mayor here announced that we needed to close down, or all gyms needed to close down for a week. And that week turned into 2 more weeks, and then that turned into 3, it turned into a month, and then people now are saying that it's gonna be May. Right now it's midway through April, or part of the way through April, and a lot of places had to close down, and people haven't been able to work out. So, I wanna share with you a few ways that you can stay on track with your fitness goals. There are some on here that I think are better than others, and I'll explain them to you. Let me share them with you. The first one. Something that you could do if you were working out is switch over to doing cardio. So if you were someone who was primarily doing steady state cardio in the gym, so maybe you were using like a Stairmaster, or you were using the cycling machine, or you were using the walking machine, what do you call that? A treadmill. You can switch over to doing that shit outside. I mean, seriously, you can go for a walk in your neighborhood, you can go for a jog outside. You can also, I mean, Stairmasters are a little bit harder to come by outside because there's no such thing as a Stairmaster in real life. But I think the closest thing you could do to that is go to like a school or something like that and find some stairs. I don't recommend doing that. Maybe those are places that we shouldn't be at right now. So maybe you should switch your cardio. Don't recommend trying to find stairs with handrails that maybe people walk on. Maybe they cough and sneeze and touch their hands. I'm not the CDC. I just think maybe that's not the best option. so I wouldn't do stairs. What I would do instead is go for a jog or a power walk or something in your neighborhood, because that will be the best thing that we can do in the meantime. And plus, you might see some cool things around your neighborhood that you might not have seen. You might get some much needed sun since you've been working out inside for who knows how long. So you could do that. You could also go cycling. That's a thing that I'm a really big fan of when I'm out and about outdoors. Just know that when you're cycling outdoors, people have a tendency to coast. What do I mean by that? When you're on a cycle in the gym, you have a tendency to keep your legs moving continuously, because keeping your legs moving keeps your heart rate up, and keeping your heart rate up keeps you burning fat, keeps your cardiovascular system working harder, and things like that. However, as a cyclist, I am a cycle, you can see my bicycle right back there. As a cyclist, I noticed that when I first started off, I would coast a lot. So maybe my bike ride was a 6-mile bike ride, right? And I would notice that once the wheels got turning, I could kind of stop and coast. And we want to try to stay away from that whenever we can. Obviously, like, we're going to want to try to stop when we're at intersections. We don't want to get hit by cars and shit like that. But you want to try to keep your legs constantly moving. That's why people who ride fixed-geared bikes or single-speed bikes are constantly working out their legs. If you don't know what that is, don't worry about that. Most people don't own those. You probably have to be someone who's a little bit of a hipster to have one, or somebody who's just like really into bicycles to understand what that is. Not that there's anything wrong with them. I love fixed-gear bikes, and actually in this situation, for workout purposes, they're probably better, but I think you get my point. Just keep moving. If you're on a bicycle, don't coast. If you're coasting, you're sitting. If you're sitting, your heart rate's coming down, and you're not really getting a good workout so much as you are just having fun outside. There's nothing wrong with that, but don't get it twisted, dog. It's not the same thing as doing a hard workout class. You know, a good example of this would be if you've ever taken a cycling class. Like, how much harder is a cycling class than your casual bike rides that you took when you were a kid, or your casual bike ride that you take right now? Like, how much harder is that? Much harder. So try to mirror that with your bicycle when you're outside. All right. So, first one was doing more steady state cardio if you're already a cardio junkie. Okay, next one. Body weight HIIT workouts or track drills. You could go outside and do a HIIT workout. If you've been working out for a long time, like myself, you might know more or less how people write HIIT workouts. So maybe someone will do a Tabata. You can go on Spotify and look up a Tabata track. So Tabata is a 30-second workout where you're doing 30 seconds on of one exercise, and then you take, I think it's between a 10 to 20 second rest. Don't kill me if I get this wrong, I forget it. I use Tabata tracks all the time, but I can't remember it. I don't need to be perfect all the time. You know, screw you if you think I do. You get the point. 30 seconds on, maybe 20 seconds off, and then you go to a different exercise. 30 seconds on, 10 seconds off, until the Tabata track is over. So you can find those on Spotify, T-A-B-A-T-A, I think, Tabata, or maybe it's a T-A, whatever, you'll see the spelling in here, I'll throw it in there. But you get my point. You could do that and maybe pick a couplet. That's an easy workout, so pick 2 exercises, burpees and squat jumps. Those are great. Or burpees and sit-ups, or burpees and leg raises, or push-ups and leg raises. Picking 2, maybe 4 exercises, you could do it as a quad. Something like that would be a version of a HIIT workout you could easily do. You could also just write down 4 different exercises on a piece of paper. I would do this a lot when I first started, and actually do this with my clients. 4 different exercises. 2 of them are what we would consider more of a high impact exercise. So maybe you would do jump lunges, and then you would do an ab exercise in between. So maybe you would do mountain climbers, or, well, that's still kind of high impact, but that's still an ab exercise, or ab slide outs, or ab single leg raises, or crunches, or something like that. And then you would do a burpee as the next exercise, or a 180 burpee, or a chuck jump. And then you would add in another ab exercise, such as single leg raises, or crunches, or windshield wipers. Right there you've got 4 exercises, and then maybe you would do them for 4 rounds for between 10 to 15 or 20 reps each. And you will feel the burn if you do that. You are going to get wrecked doing that workout, especially if you're more of a beginner when it comes to HIIT workouts, or especially if, you know, well, you're just anybody, because that would be hard for me to do right now too. So that is an option. You can, the third option, find HIIT workouts for free on YouTube or on Facebook. I know Facebook has videos that you can find. I'm not sure if you can search them on there, but you can find them on our Facebook page. If you go to Total Body Training, the facebook.com/Total Body Training web, Total Body Training web, I think. Total Body Training, you know me. Total Body Training with the 2 T's. You can follow one of our HIIT workouts. They're 100% free. It tells you how many sets, how many reps, how much time you're doing things for. It breaks everything down, shows you the exercises. You can do that, and that means that you'll have to think less, you'll have to plan less if you just use one of those workouts, and they work great. If you don't want to do one of our workouts, or you think that you need something different, there's plenty of them on YouTube. There's tons of stuff for free that you can use to your advantage for free right now, and it's been happening for years. I mean, people have been posting workouts for forever. So there is workout upon HIIT workout that you can do at home. Some people will say, well, Jean, are there ones that are better or they're worse? Yeah, for sure. Yeah, there are some workouts that are better, and maybe there's some that are better for you and where you're at right now. So it's going to take a little bit of digging around maybe to find the thing that you need to look for. My suggestion, if you're a beginner, type in something like beginner HIIT workouts. If you're advanced, type in advanced HIIT workouts. If you're intermediate, type in intermediate HIIT workouts, or just HIIT workouts, and find something that works for you. Again, we do have a Total Body Training YouTube channel where we've got a playlist, an entire playlist with over, I think, like 30 different workouts that you can do. So that should keep you busy for the next like 30 or so days. And we're actually recording our own new workout series. We've got about 24 episodes. We're gonna try to release between 1 to 2 episodes a week. Those will be coming out very shortly. I've got them recorded, but they're not done yet because I got sidetracked with the whole coronavirus thing. So that is an option. Now, one of the things that gets me about the HIIT workouts that we offer in other places is that I'm not so sure that people do them. Because I think people will do HIIT workouts on YouTube every now and then, but they don't really stick to them. And if you're one of those people who does that, then maybe you need accountability and you need guidance. Or let's say that you are a person who does those workouts, but you don't feel like you're progressing. So maybe you do them frequently and you've hit a wall. You feel that your cardiovascular system is in check, you feel like you can keep up with most of them, but you ain't seeing any more results. Well, that might be because you don't have the proper guidance and the knowledge to keep pushing yourself to the next level. And what some people mistakenly think is that if I just change the workout that I'm doing, that's going to make up for a lack of experiencing progress or seeing progress in your body. And to some degree that is true, right? You might have heard of this idea of muscle confusion, we call it variation, out there, that changing the workout that you do is going to cause you to see better results, and that is true. However, if you're changing it without thinking through why you're changing it, or thinking through how this is going to affect you, where you're going to be at, where you want to be at in the next 6, 12, 24, 36 weeks, then I would recommend getting some kind of premium service or workouts. Now, premium services and workouts all come in different shapes and sizes. Some are definitely better than others. The costs of all of them are different. You can get anything from a Peloton bike, where you're paying for the bike monthly to be in your house, and then you're paying included in that membership, you're also paying for their online workout classes. From what I understand, they do live workout classes, and they also do pre-recorded workout classes. You can also do things like Black Swan's yoga app, where you've got someone teaching you yoga classes at a discounted price online. For us, what we do here at Total Body Training is we actually offer a premium service as well. And we are all about strength training at home. So what does that mean? I literally deliver barbells and equipment to people's houses. So I've been driving to people's houses and taking all of the equipment that I had at my studio to their homes, dropping off barbells, dropping off sliders, dropping off dumbbells, dropping off plate weights, dropping off clips, dropping off the whole shebang, everything you need to work out. And what we're doing are HIIT workouts, but they're strength HIIT workouts. So we're still using the weight that we think is appropriate for you and your fitness level, and then pushing you while you're at home. And we do these classes on Zoom so that I can literally teach you the exercises and then sit back and watch your form and your technique. And this is really useful because a lot of people have shit technique. So their technique does not look so good, and that leads to injuries, and that leads to not working out the muscles groups that you're supposed to work out correctly. I can't tell you how many people come in to Total Body Training that have never worked out with us and have gone to another studio in town or somewhere else, and for years were doing their squats not correctly, or for years kept telling their trainers that their knee was bothering them and their trainer couldn't think of a modification. Here we resolve that when you come in person, and we try to give you that same damn experience when you come in to work out with us, because we want to make sure that you're working out at the best level that you can. So included in our premium service is us bringing you weightlifting equipment. It's also the ability for us to be able to see you. So in our weightlifting program, we can actually see you on the screen, and we can see your technique if you set up your camera right. We can see if you're squatting correctly. We can see if you're struggling or if the workout is too hard for you. Those are all things that we offer in our premium services. Now, just so you know, not all premium services are made the same way. I don't know about all of them, but I have used certain apps that are considered cheap and easy to use. They're great because they give you workouts that you can do and you can follow along, but these are pre-recorded oftentimes, and the person who's teaching them to you has to focus on teaching the technique that they're doing rather than teaching and then watching your technique. For us, what we do is we actually teach the movements. We set some things, some parameters. We make sure that you understand how to do them, and then I sit there and I watch what you're doing and correct you as we're going along and keep you on track. In my opinion, that's a pretty good service. It's pretty good. But you don't need to do that. And if you don't think that the service that we're offering here is appropriate for you and you feel like your technique is fine and everything like that, then by all means, stick to free workouts online. That's perfectly fine. You can get in shape using any one of these options that I gave you. All you need to do is stick to it and keep pushing yourself and progressing with what you're doing. One of the biggest problems, I'll tell you, with people doing workouts on their own or working out from home is not having a linear progression. So not knowing, hey, if I ran 2 miles this week, the next week I need to run 2.5 miles, or I need to run 3 miles. You need to continue to push where you're going. If I lifted 5 pounds and I curled it for 10 reps this week, and all I have is a 5-pound weight, the next week I need to do between 12 to 15, and the week after that I need to adjust it as well. change the exercise intensity or change the exercise weight in order for you to keep getting the progress that you want to get. You need to be steadily increasing what you're doing and then taking what we call a deload to recover and then starting all over again with new exercises. I know I didn't get an opportunity to really break down what a linear progression looks like. I think people have an idea of what it is, especially people who have been weightlifting for a long time, but do you? Do you entirely understand all the details of it? And if you don't, that's where a premium service like what we offer at Total Body Training might just help you out. But like I said, you can take any of those free options and that will be 100% fine as long as you're still continuing to push yourself. All right, people. I hope what I said was helpful for you today. Those are the things that we're offering right now. And those are my suggestions. Again, you can do workouts from home. You can do cardio, I should say. You can do cardio in your neighborhood, things like running and hiking and cycling. You can do body weight HIIT workouts, especially if you're experienced. You can also do free online workouts, which work awesome on YouTube and Facebook. Or you can take a premium service like, say, a Peloton bike, or you can work with our weightlifting from home or the Black Swan Yoga or any of the numerous options that are out there that work awesome. All right, people, thank you so much for tuning into the Total Body Training Podcast. Until next time, peace. Working out from home can be boring. Whether it's the fact that you don't have proper weightlifting equipment or you're sick and tired of using pre-recorded workout videos that lack motivation and proper instruction that is geared towards you. If you find yourself in one of those categories, look no further than Total Body Training. We've got you covered with our online weightlifting from home program. That's right, we teach you in a virtual classroom how to work out and lift weights for you at your current level and where you want to be at in the next 6, 12 months. Where do you want to be at by the end of this year? We've got you covered with our online weightlifting program. So if you're interested, read the description section of this video to learn more about how you can start lifting weights from home with us today.